Synplant 2. Everyone and their mum is talking about it. I'm almost certain that everyone on the music production side of YouTube has covered it at this point. But what I want to do today is see how far we can actually push Synplant's Genopatch. I haven't actually used Synplant 2 all that much, and so I want to see what sort of samples it will recreate well, and what samples it might struggle with more. So let's say we want to copy this bass sound that we found on Splice. We can just copy it to the clipboard and then drag that over into this loader reference section here. We then click this button here called Generate Patches and watch it use AI to recreate the sound using the oscillators in Synplant. And you can hear we've got all these different versions of that same sound as it slowly worked to get closer and closer to recreating it. Anyway, we all know what it does. Let's just dive right into it, see how weird we can get with this. So first I want to go drums, and I'm going to start with this clap. Very traditional 808 style clap. My PC is taking off like a fighter jet as we speak. So this is the original version, and this is the Synplant version. Slightly off, not as much transient on there. Not quite as crisp either, but I think we can push it miles further. Let's see what it's like if we put a vocal in here. Okay, we've got this vocal sample here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag in this whole thing, but I'm just going to try and sample just one of these notes here. And let's generate.
A few moments later.
Right, come on, that's not even close. Right, let's just try that again. Why'd that sound like a monkey? I would love to know how it started from this to this. What's with that vibrato thing at the end? Right, okay, sorry about that. So, vocal kind of worked. Interesting results, but doesn't sound like a vocal. Let's try car engine. Let's go for that. Something quite simple. I don't want to try and give it too much, so we'll just try and give it one engine rev. Lob it in, there we go.
A few moments later.
Kinda. Doesn't sound like the same engine, but sounds like an engine. You know what? Let's try that. So I think I'm starting to come to a conclusion that it's good for coming up with sounds that are similar to what you've got, but depending on what it is, probably ain't gonna hit. But if I wanted like a futuristic sort of sounding car pass by, like that, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, to be fair. Right, okay, I need to stop getting distracted. Let's test some more sounds out. Right, let's see if this will work. Bruh. Come on, I believe. I believe. We can do this. Come on. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Right, yeah. It's not having it. Bruh. I can like hear the start. It's in there. It's hiding in there. Nah, not having it. Okay. That's fine. I quit. Let's try something else. This has to work. This has to work. This is the moment of truth right here. This is the deciding factor as to whether Synplant 2 really does what it says on the tin. I feel like this is like what farts would sound like in space if you could hear in space anyway. I mean, that's, to be fair, that's like a hard, like, brass. That's some hard brass sound right there. What about just a little toot? What about just a little toot? Surely there's not farts on Splice. I think it's got that. It has to have that. Right, okay, hold on. Let's just take off the reverb. 1 sec. Let's have that, right, no reverb. Isn't got quite the right pitch. Like, it just assumes that I want reverb. Like, I don't want reverb. Quite hard. Right, here we go. Last one. Bin that. Drag that in. Does it have the Prada snare in the bag? Yeah, not quite the one. So I'm going to try and draw some sort of conclusion from this. Synplant 2, the Genopatch, is pretty good if you use it like a normal person. But if you try and use it like a weirdo like me, you're probably not going to get very far. I do think the technique of maybe sampling little vocal chops is probably good for like building up different like pluck sounds and things like that. And I'm sure there's ways to do that as well with other instruments for like lead sounds and whatever else. So I might start messing about with it in that sort of context in another video. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. If you want some more serious sort of production tips and advice, do go check out some of the other videos on my channel. Definitely doesn't get as weird as this one. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.